Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will see another Leetcode problems, group anagrams. So how to find a group of anagrams or set of anagrams from a given set of strings array. So let's say in this problem we have the string array, this one str is. So we need to find out the anagrams and we need to group them and we need to return it. So let's see how we can solve this problem. So first approach we'll see, as we all know that when we have the anagram, the two anagram, that if we do sorting of that two anagram, what will happen if we, let's say, we have EAT and TEA. So if we do the sorting, we'll get A, then we'll get E, then we'll get T, right? So this A, E and T, that will be the sorted of this string, right? So for T also, we'll get the same set of that equal set of sorted elements, right? So in this case we can see when we do the sorting for the two anagram, that should be always the same or equal things. So this logic, with the help of this logic, we can implement this, we can solve this group anagrams problems. So let's see how we can approach these problems. So let me go to that flow chart. So first flow chart, let me remove this one. So first approach, we'll see the sorting approach. Let's say we did the sorting for this array, and after sorted we'll get these things, right? AET or AET, something like that. So then what we'll do, then we'll store this sorted array or sorted string into a hash table where the key will be for this is the key and this will be the value pair, right? So here we will see. So for respective to that AET, we'll get some set of value, right? So first we'll get this EAT it, and again for T also we'll get this sorted things, right? So again we will group this T, okay? And after that what we'll get another things ATE also there, we'll group it, right? So like that way what we'll do same for ANT. What set of value we'll get for ANT, we'll get TAN and NAT, and for ABT we know we have only one set, so BAT. So like that way we can implement this group of anagram. So let's see what will be the complexity, for this approach. So as we are doing the sorting, for sorting itself it will take big O of O, big O of what will take, it will take big O of n log n, right? Most of the sorting algorithms take n log n, right? So again what we need to do, we're using one for loop. For that we have the string, right? Set of strings. So we need to iterate over it so that we can sort that element, each and every element we need to sort it. So for that case we will take that, let's say m is the length of string array, so that will be big O of m. So total time complexity will be m times n log n, right? So here we can see the time complexity is more, right? So now question is, can we optimize this approach? So before that, first have a look how we can implement this sorting approach. Like, so let's say we have this Leetcode. Let me remove it. We have these things. So let me take one array, sorry, not an array, let me take a hash table. Like, let's say I will simply take one object, right? In object, by default in JavaScript, I'll doing it in JavaScript, so by default that will be hash table, right? So what we are going to do, for each and every string we'll use a for loop, right? Any loop you can use. So here in this case we'll use a for loop. Let's say for const str, or let's name it word, okay, of str is, what we'll do, we'll first take the key of hash table. So what will be the key will be sorted element, right? So we need to do the sorting. This is the word is the string, so we need to split it to convert it into an array, and then we need to use the sort. And again we need to no need of joining, because this is already a array, so we can directly convert it to string, right? So now what we are going to do, let's say in hash map we will check whether this is present or not, right? So I will simply write a if condition where raise key not equals to in that hash table, we will simply add that as a array, right? Because we need to return it as a we need to return it as a array, right? So what we'll do, we'll wrap it up as a array. So else, what we can do else, in else section we can group this, we can push this word into that hash table, right? Else dot push that particular word. So that's it. So our hash table or hash map is ready. Now what we are going to do, we are going to return only value, right? Not the whole hash table or not the key. We will only return that value. So object dot values array. So let's see whether it's runnable or not. Yeah, it's accepted, so we can submit it, and we'll see how much time it takes. It's a time, it's a costly algorithm, so it takes a lots of time and lots of space also. So page complexity here, it will be, what will be the page complexity? So page complexity here, mn. Okay, m is the length of the strings and n is the length of each and every string. So we have the string array and we have a particular string, so that will be the mn to create a hash table. Let's see the better approach. What will be the better approach? Without sorting also we can do. So second approach is, as we all know that we have only 26 set of alphabets, right? So with these alphabets, with this alphabet also we can solve these problems. What we need to do, we need to create a 26 set of alphabets array. So each and every element will be stored into this array. So we'll see in the coding, during coding we'll see how we can create in JavaScript. But here the logic is, each and every elements whatever we have, based on that alphabets we need to count it. Let's say we have e, so in fourth position e will be there, and each and every string will see whether e is, how many times e are there, so that count will be there. And those count, what we need to do, let's say for e a t we have one e, one a and one t. So in this case, for this particular pair, how many elements are there we need to find. Let's say for this particular pair we have EAT and we have TEA. We have we can write that TEA, and again we can write AT. So those particular loop we need to group it under this key. Okay, this is the key, and this is, so here we can see one e, one a and one t. We have three pairs of elements, right? So EAT, TEA and ATE. Like same way, if we find, we can find for TAN we have one t, one a and one n. So like for this pair, how many words are there? So this is the key and this is the value, right? So we can add this TAN and we can add this NAT. So this will be the approach, right? So let's see how much complexity this approach can take, right? So the complexity that if we see the t, we have we need to first iterate over this string of array, right? So for that, if we take the m is the length of that array string, that will be big of m, right? And for each m, what we are going to do, we will iterate again and to find that each and every letter for this string, right? Like e, a, t, we need to find out the count of that each alphabet, right? So for that, again we will get it will take around big O of n. N is the max length of a string. So total time complexity will be big O of m times n, right? So for page complexity also it will be the same, because we need to create the hash table for each and every alphabet. So let's see in code how we can achieve this program. Let me remove this one. We'll go to that Leetcode and we'll see how we can achieve that, right? So we have this string, right? So here what we are going to do, here we need to first let's create a character code of start. Let's say we have a, we need to find the char code, right? For, because each and every element, let's say for a we have the char code 97, So if we minus this, if we subtract the 97 from this character a, we'll get the index 0, right? Like this concept will approach this. Let's say first create a const variable, let's say char code start. What will be that char code start? That will be a minus a minus from that a we need to find that char code, right? A char code at 0. Okay, and then we need to create a alphabet array, right? So we'll create that word count array, and we'll take as a 26. Max length will be 26, right? So we'll create the 26 array. So then we'll initiate this as a all 26 array as a 0. Value will be 0, right? So for that, because until and unless we are not initialize this array, so we'll get some error, right? We'll get not a number error, then error. So we need to initialize this array. So let me initialize it. Let's say we have this a loop. What we can do here, will for each and every word count will initialize as a 0, right? So then what we need to do, we need to use a for loop to iterate over that, to use a for loop. Let's say I equals to 0 and I equals to 0, I less than strs and I plus plus. So this will be the string array, and for each and every string array, what we'll do, we'll create another variable to fetch that string is I, and from here we'll use another loop. Let j equals to 0 and j less than str length and j plus plus. So here what we'll do, for each and every alphabet we need to store it that count into that array, right? So we have the array word count, and into this array what we are going to do, we'll get this str, that current char code we need to get, right? So we will use as a j, and we'll minus this char code start to get the actual index, to get that index started from 0, right? So that initialization is done, and second we'll use a if condition. Let's say we have the hash map as a we'll create another variable, right? For result we'll create this hash table, and we'll see whether this hash table has the value or not, right? So let's say we have result, and we'll see that word count, and will, if this word count is not found, then what we'll do, we'll just initialize that word actual element we have, we will just initialize those. So here what we are going to do, or if this and else, within this else what we'll do, in result we'll have this word count, and we'll simply push that str, right? So that's it. We need to then return, just we need to return that values pair, right? Dot values, and we'll return this place. So let's run this. Okay, I think we did some mistake here. Let's say this one we need to assign within that for loop, because every time it will be refreshed, right? Every time that will be 0 will be initialized, and that we need to push it into this hash table, right? So that initialization we need to do inside that first loop. Okay, and again what we are going to do here, we are not doing any operation, right? Word count we have, but we need to increment. Every time we need to increment +1, right? So every time whenever we do the word count match, that time it will be increment. So I think again we did some mistake here. Let's say we are getting this str and we're checking this char code, or doing mistake here. This char code is same and plus equals to 1, right? So here we are getting this I think here we are using this loop, right? Let's use k here. We are initializing it. We are using this one. We have this str dot length and we have this one, right? Okay, str dot length, right? So str dot length, that mistake we did. So we're getting array, but here we have wrong because word count should be k, right? Now we change that name, variable name, so word count should be k. Okay, this is accepted. Let me submit it.